What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Track Attack with DeeO, where I run laps on different bikes at Aztec Raceway. Before we start here, I'm going to get a little sentimental. I just want to say thank you guys so much. I never thought this series was going to take off as well as it did. You guys really seem to be enjoying it, which makes me excited. And I love this series because I can watch myself and I really analyze the laps when I'm watching them back. And it's helping me become a better rider. And I realize it's just to Aztec, but hopefully it'll transition into other tracks. But just corner speed and where I let off too soon and stuff like that. I'm not going to get too much into it, but stuff like that, I'm sure you can figure it all out. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please hit that like button if you like Track Attack with DeeO. But without further ado, let's get into this one. This week, we finally got my YZ125 all situated. We've had many issues with it, the most recent being that the gas tank completely cracked. My dad ordered a whole new, brand new OEM Yamaha genuine parts gas tank. We put that on, took the graphics off the old gas tank. Luckily, they just peeled off and we stuck them right back on. They're holding well. And so we finally had a good day on the YZ125. It's a 2003 YZ125, actually with a big bore kit to a 134cc. And it has race tech suspension on it, and it has a pro circuit silencer and expansion chamber, so exhaust system. It's ported and polished. So it's had quite a bit done to it, but here you guys go. Here's the lap. Here we come up to the finish line tabletop, throw it out a little bit, look off to the side. We're going to switch into third person, standing up through that first corner, just hammering down, and pretty easy on the 125. You don't have to worry about getting too out of control on it because it is a lighter bike with less power, of course. We take this inside line. I know I've talked about it many a times, but going at the outside before that, trying to get the power down, it just kind of pushes you wide, which sets you up inside for that next corner. So kind of hard to combat that. This corner was kind of blown out, and I slip out some there, lose all my drive up that. That's a real bummer. Probably could have had myself a better lap time if that hadn't happened, but hey, it did happen. We come up here, hit the triple going up the hill, nice and smooth over that. We're hammering down in the left-hand corner. I had tripled this a few times throughout the day, but this lap I just kind of throw a quote-unquote scrub and just take the double. Don't go for the big jump. Up and over that little double into the left-hander, carrying some okay speed. Maybe we could have gone a little bit better into there, but we are feeling good. Taking this outside line, get through kind of shaky, up and over scrub hill, and then we're going to power down, try and double that. We get a little bit of kick in that rear end, and then I'm actually going to slow this part down. I love this when I land and just power down, actually pulling a wheelie down the backside of that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I thought that was really cool. And here it is from first person, just hammering down, trying to make up as much speed as we can into this back left sweeper, which is a lot of fun on the 125, able to just rip around that corner. I've had a big fall there in the past on the 125, so just waiting that outside peg and just putting that power down as best as we can. Coming down through the second sand section, back up and around, and again, pretty blown out corner here. Not really blown out, there just wasn't really a line. So we push a little wide, but we're just trying to make up as much time and speed as we can up and over the ski jump. This part I probably could have pushed through quite a bit harder. I coasted way too much through there, kind of jacked the front end a few times through that corner, kind of stuff it in twice. Take the inside here because that other rider was on the outside. I had been taking the outside so I could clear this a bit easier. But we just power down, we got to push through to the finish, and there's your lap on the YZ125. Alright guys, so there was the lap on the YZ125. Really not the best lap. I had a few hiccups. I would have liked to have done better. I was having a heck of a time trying to get a clear track without any lappers, and I just kept making small mistakes, going into a corner and kind of knifing the front end as I went through it, but that was the best lap I could muster for the day. I expect myself to be able to up that time on the YZ125 in the future, but of course, there's always Aztec, there's always time to improve, but a lot of fun. I always forget how much I enjoy the YZ125. We got those ASV levers on there. The thing was running super crisp. The pipe from Frank Fields, that Pro Circuit spark arrestor, just screaming out there. I was having so much fun on it. I need to get myself a different front tire. The front tire's hurting pretty bad, but we did get a pull-off old tire, one that had been used but had better tread than my other tire. So there was just a few things, but overall, I definitely feel like I could have turned a faster lap. I did make quite a few mistakes on that lap and didn't hit the triple and stuff, but let's move up to the board and check out that final time. Alright guys, so we're moving up to the board here. One thing I forgot to mention while I was sitting there, I was actually talking to Mike before this weekend, and I was saying I wouldn't be surprised if sometime on perfect track conditions I rode a faster time on my 125 or a 250 than my 450. And that's simply because Aztec doesn't have a ton of elevation, it doesn't have a ton of wide open straights. There's nowhere really currently on the track, it used to be the north side, the North Hill. that a 450 can really use the power. You can get out of corners quicker, but it's such a tight track, kind of back and forth, and you don't really get up to full speed, that I really wouldn't be surprised to see a 125 or a 250, 2-stroke or 4-stroke perform better than a 450. However, we're gonna move up here. For you really observant people, yes, this is the 3rd different 2-stroke shirt I've worn in this video. So we're coming on up here. Of course, we got the RMZ up in 1st place right now. We got my own bike in 2nd, the 12 CRF 250 in 3rd, 16 CRF 450 in 4th, 17 CRF 450. I ride a lot of Hondas. In 5th, the WR, then the KLX 140. We got the 03 YZ125 big board dual 134 coming in at 3rd place with a 149.73. So that's a pretty good time, especially with all those little mistakes I was making. Definitely in the future, at least this current layout of the board, this bad boy could have that top spot pretty easily. That's less than a second, no, over a second, just over a second slower than I was on the RMZ 450. So I definitely feel like we'll be busting the 2-stroke out here in the future, see what we can do. You guys, thank you so much again for watching Track Attack. Leave me a comment down in the description. Leave me a like if you're enjoying these. And we rode some other bikes. I rode the KX with the new suspension, and I rode Dom's 14 YZ250F also. So we'll have some more Track Attacks coming up. I'm gonna need a bigger board. I said that last time, but we're getting pretty packed in here. I might have to turn it sideways or something. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, as always, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice. We'll talk to you later.
Outside, so I'm going in.